project for a PhD student is, of course, the thesis. These days it's usually a collection of papers or articles. So probably the everyday thing is to work on a scientific problem related to one of the articles.
The ultimate goal of I guess any PhD program is you want to contribute some kind of new knowledge to the subject. It's like a tiny, tiny little bit of new knowledge, but new knowledge nonetheless. You read a lot of papers, lots and lots of reading of books, lots of hours, spent snooping for the right thing in the library, Googling. Your time is very flexible. I mean, you can be in the office, be at home, or in the library or whatnot. But yeah, then it's a lot of, I don't know, drinking coffee and thinking very, very hard.
This is education in how to do research. In the PhD education, the student has to do research and learn how to do research. The main task is to write a thesis. Of course, there's much more involved. The PhD candidate should take courses that support the thesis work. The PhD candidate is also supposed to do some small-scale teaching. And this is very important because when you are teaching, you are at the same time training yourself and keeping your skills. And then, of course, on the other hand, your own research is reflected in your teaching. So this is really a two-way traffic.
All of our lines are busy at the moment. Please hold.
You will have a supervisor or supervisors for your PhD, which will help you solve or kind of guide you towards whatever problem you seek to solve. You want to be able to talk to your supervisor. If you've figured something out, well, that's good and great, that we can use it here, here, here maybe, or if you're really, really stuck, they might give you some tips or some pointers, or look in this book or this pile of books.
And in the society, we need people who have this researcher education, because there are so many things where you have to make decisions, and you need to know what kind of facts are really based on research and are true facts and not alternative facts.
In the work of a researcher, I think there are two main things: to come up with new ideas and tell about the ideas to others. Giving talks is very important, both at own university and traveling and giving talks in conferences and other universities.
Also, super important, try to squeeze in, some kind of physical activity a couple times a week. This is worth it for just keeping up your own creativity and keeping yourself sane during especially the crunch time when you might have a lot of work to get accomplished.
Yeah, it is blood, sweat and tears, 99%, and 1% success.
Well, in terms of successes, you definitely want to be able to, have the capacity to be like, I figured something out. And that's, where your colleagues come in too. You can run to your office mates and be like, I finally figured something out. And, they can celebrate with you, and that's great. And there will be a lot of failures. This is, probably not so encouraging, but just a fact of life.
It's hard work. It's really hard work.
So when your, friend or colleague or relative is like, oh, I'm, studying for a PhD, it's not just, they're not still a student at, 28. They're still working and pursuing things in life. Even though you're not maybe getting paid like you have a full-time job or don't have the title of a full-time job, it really is a full-time job.
How can I help you?